All right, Sagittarius. You guys have as your underlying energy, the Ace of Wands. So for a lot of you guys, when it comes to the Ace of Wands, there's a lot of excitement. There is this new beginning that's starting that you're super excited about. It can be like it's really actually happy excited, or this could be just like an excited because of this happening, necessarily something that you guys may want to do. Now, because I say this, and underneath this you have the Six of Wands, which is good. It's a success. This is being recognized because of the effort that you put in to be recognized, right? You put a lot of effort to be noticed, and now you guys got the success in regards to that, and here you are. This could be in relationships. Maybe you guys have put in effort in your relationships, and you've noticed, or you're noticing the results of your relationship coming out and standing out, which is absolutely good. And now it started something new. It started something more passionate, more exciting. Let's go ahead and see what else is going on in the reading here to kind of get the better idea of what this Ace of Wands is talking about, or why the Ace of Wands in your relationship, this new thing of passion, is the focus for this week. Your underlying energy, or excuse me, your current state of being here, guys, is the Ace of Cups. Wow. Wow. It's the Ace of Cups, guys. Ace of Cups. So for a lot of you guys, this is about communicating with your love, your emotions, talking about your feelings. This could be also someone communicating to you in regards to how they feel. This is an offer of love as well for some of you guys. Some of you guys could be offering love, or someone else could be offering love to you. Could be expressing how they feel. For a lot of you guys, if there's no one in your life at this time, this could be about focusing on what it is that you want. What is your heart's desire? Okay. So it could be that there is a lot of focusing on what your heart's desire is, or trying to figure out what it is that your heart is wanting. What is your heart yearning for? What is it that your heart wants to express? And looking at those very details, right? Looking at what it is that your heart is, wanting. Now, where you guys want to be is the Ten of Swords. Now, I don't think you guys want to be that, dead in the dirt, but what I do think you guys want to do is recover. You guys want to get over a very difficult time in your life, or a difficult time in your relationship. I feel like something can kind of hit rock bottom. It would just hit, hit the rocks. But you guys want to be able to overcome that, just, to rise up from what has happened. You guys want to, just pretty much not necessarily just get over it, but you guys want to recover. You want to heal, because that situation is very hard to handle. I feel like that ending, whatever you guys have experienced, was such, was so devastating, that to overcome such a devastating devastating cycle, or ending of a cycle, it has its rewards in so many different ways that I can't even describe, right? So I feel like for a lot of you guys, you want to recover. But the thing that's keeping you guys from recovering right now is the Four of Cups. So back to the Page of Cups. Somebody could be offering you something, some offer of love. Well, you guys, it could be that you're not sure if this person is real, if you're ready for someone someone to offer you love, or for the Ace of Cups, right? Because the cup's behind you. You don't even see the cup being offered to you. Or this is an individual that you offer love to, and they don't even know it's the cup being offered to them. Or that perhaps you're waiting for a response to the offer of love. Right? You want to recover. I feel like you want to just start a new beginning. Okay, you want the worst to be over, and the worst of it the worst could be over in regards to anything, right? Because I can't get too specific. It's a general reading, but whatever you guys want to get to the end of and start building off of that, or starting over, has a lot to do with someone's decision making. And I feel like it's like there's a bit of apathy going on, and you're not really sure of what to do. You feel a little stuck in your emotions, or the person that you're dealing with is stuck in their emotions, or stuck, and they're just thoroughly almost getting done with the whole situation. They're almost done with it. And the reason why you have the Four of Cups there, has to do with the Magician. There could have been somebody that, there was a smooth talker, someone that was a bit manipulative, or someone that potentially even manifested something in the past. There was maybe some communication, because the Magician does communicate, uses communication to manifest whatever he wants. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, with this Four of Cups situation, keep you from getting to the Ten of Swords, I feel like you're not necessarily sure if everything is the exact same. You're not sure if even the cup that's being offered to you is the same thing, or you don't know, or you're possibly waiting on somebody and you're getting impatient about the response, right? Because it's like, okay, I know what I want. Why is it taking this person forever to figure out what they want? And I feel like it's because you went out of your way to go ahead and make that situation know, right? Make the whole situation happen. Whether you communicated to them with how you felt, or, you know, you've loved yourself and you've gotten an offer of love, and now you're kind of figuring out what it is that you want to do. Well, the advice has a lot to do with focusing on your desires, focusing on what you want, focusing on your cup. What is your ideal person? That will really help to figure out whether you want to accept the offer or completely decline it, right? Especially if that's the kind of situation that's going on right now for you. There's a lot of things that's going on, so I'm going to kind of just go on the route of somebody that offered you guys love. Okay, you're not necessarily sure what to do with it because you're stuck. You're just focusing on 3 cups instead of shifting your focus to new love, to being open, to seeing where this goes. And I feel like you have to figure out exactly what it is that you guys want in your ideal partner. What do you want as an ideal partner? Who do you feel? What do you feel is a successful relationship to you, and how? And it's not that who would do that. It's more of like what the characteristics of a person need to show you love, pretty much. What is your 5 love languages? Guys, definitely read that book. It's really good. We'll just look into it. But the Knight of Cups is really just focusing on what it is that you want. What is your heart's desire? Because the Knight of Cups, he always focuses on his cup. He always does. And I really feel like for your advice, you say go with your heart. Go with what your heart is telling you. Go with what you feel is right. But be open to possibilities, right? With the 4 of Cups, because you may be surprised. This the offer of love may be different than the situation that happened in the past, right? But focus on what it is that you want. Focus on what your heart's desire is. Figure out what it is that you feel would be the ideal partner for you, or what you feel would be the ideal relationship for you. And that's kind of what's going to steer the situation in the right direction, especially if there's been manifestation in the past. Okay, I feel like you guys have manifested attraction, or you've attracted people to you, and you've gotten an offer now. But it's all about if that offer actually means something to you. And that's totally fine to take your time. But I could understand where it could get a little frustrating and you may feel a little bit apathetic about certain things, about the situation, about the offer itself. Now, in your feelings, you guys have the 3 of Cups. So for a lot of you guys feel supported. You guys could possibly be the supporting network for someone else. But I feel honestly that you guys feel like you're supported right now. You have friends around you, people that love you. They show that love. They are there with you. And I feel like you guys also potentially could have had a reunion with a partner, gotten together with them. There's a union of hearts. Okay, that's what I like to see with this, because this could be platonic as well. Usually, and love is not romantic or platonic. It just is, right? It's an emotion. It's something that you feel for somebody that's stronger than it's stronger than I could deal with, or I could tolerate. So I feel like with this 3 of Cups that you guys do feel support, you do feel love, and you do provide something back. You do provide that support back as much as you can. For some of you guys out there, but you guys feel supported here. Now, what you guys are hoping for is the Ace of Pentacles, something that can lead you to a long-term stability and commitment and support, okay? And I feel like you could definitely get this, you could get whatever you want. Guys, nothing, if you ever want something, you can get it. It's all about how you do it, right? It's all about how you get there. Because if you can or if you won't get there, it's like, that question is like, no, it's all depends on what you are willing to do, or what you want, what you're willing to do to get there. If you're looking to get there, then it's important to look at what your options are before situations, before you determine if you could go X, Y, and Z, right? Go there or not. But I do feel like you can do it, right? You want this support, you want this stability to last you for a long time. And I feel like you want to go in the direction of something that's more stable, rather than just something that's exciting, that's hot for a moment, and then just burns out. Okay? And I'm not saying that the Ace of Wands does that. The more so the Page of Wands would do that. Not the Page of Wands, not the Ace of Wands. The Page of Wands would do that. But it still could get that feeling of like, okay, how long is this gonna last? I do feel like you guys may want to be in a stable relationship. The commitment part may be a bit difficult for you guys because that's the hard part, right? You may feel like you have to commit to something and you may not be ready. You may not be ready to commit to something long term like that. You may not be ready to commit to someone that that much. You may want to start something exciting and kind of see where it goes. But for some of you guys, you may feel the support and love and, you may feel that connection with someone, which is great, but you may not want to start something long term. So that, takes for, that really requires a lot of dedication and stuff like that. For some of you guys do, for some of you that you may not. Some of you guys potentially want your freedom. Okay, you guys just wanted your freedom. You guys want to feel free. Now, in your outcome, you have strength. And strength is coming up as kind of pushing through the situation, finding your inner strength and, kind of working your way through it. And it's a hard situation as well. But so it requires bravery and it requires inner strength, okay? Using that inner power to work through the problem, to work through the circumstance, right? And I feel like this whole situation is going to require you to be brave, okay? To be brave and to go ahead and work through it. There may be a lot of passion here that you may feel as well that you may want to express, but it's going to require the inner person to relax that, to calm that, because you don't want to just burst that all out immediately. I feel like you want to give it out in samples, especially with this Ace of Wands. You don't want to burn out too fast. You want it to maintain its endurance, if that makes sense. So for a lot of you guys, I feel like for a lot of you guys, there's an offer that's been presented to you guys. You don't know necessarily what to do about it because of an ending that happened, and you want to recover from that. You want to feel, you want to feel like you've gotten over that before possibly committing to somebody. And or you may want to, have some sort of sign that is going to lead to somewhere solid, somewhere that's long term, so that way, to even consider the relationship, I feel. But you have to know what you want first. I feel like focusing on what it is that you want will help you figure out whether the offer that the person gave you is worth the time. Because in your outcome, there is a little bit of strength that's needed to get you through the situation. It may be difficult, and I can't really see exactly what may be difficult. Could potentially be that growing the relationship, situations of the past coming back up, old pains coming back up, betrayal potentially that come up that you have to really fight off to begin to work on the relationship a little bit more. It's all depends on the individual that's watching the video, but I do see that that the focus of this whole reading has a lot to do with what actually gets you excited, what actually makes you feel engaged in a relationship. What is your passion, and what is it that you truly want in your heart? All right, guys, your wisdom of the oracle for the week is here and now. Living in the moment, y'all. So living in the moment is very, very important. It does make sense, right? Living in the moment. Because if you're planning for the future without actually having an idea of what it is that you want in the first place, it can be very, very difficult. So right now, that's why I feel like that's the Knight of Cups, right? Focus on what you want. Focus on what you want in the moment. Focus on where you want to be. Because the Page of Cups, he goes day by day by, figuring out what he wants, going with his heart's desire. It could be a cookie one day, but it could also be like, ice cream the next. It doesn't necessarily matter, but you know what your heart's desire, you know what you want. So I feel like go with what your heart says. It may change. It's fine. Your heart, change of hearts happen, but go with what you feel, and the decisions that you may interact with, you may encounter, will not be so detriment or so hard because you don't know necessarily which avenue to take. Okay. For some of you guys too, there may be that this person is your friend, and it's hard to switch that to romantic because they are your friend potentially. They're bringing friendship vibes too. Yeah, look at that. Friendship vibes, right? You look at the Three Cups. The Three Cups here is in your feelings. That you feel very platonic with this person. You don't know if you want to actually go to emotional, like a romantic town with this person. Knight of Cups is somebody that's a friend that wants more potentially. So you guys could be dealing with somebody that wants more in the relationship, and they're not really. They're not actually. There weren't really a romantic interest. They were actually someone that was a friend before, or a friend and even now, but they want something more. So be very mindful of that as well. Alright guys, in your whispers of love you guys have, wow, focus on love. Look for the good attributes in each and every person in your life. Focus on love. Wow! That is so true. Focus on your love, guys. Focus on what it is that you want. Focus on your heart's desire. Focus on what makes you happy. Because if you focus on what makes you happy, the circumstances that you may find yourself in like this, it will be a little bit easier to kind of work through because you know what you want, you know what you don't want, you know what you're looking for, you know what your heart's desire is, and you're going after it anyway.